Excelsior, fellow Marvelers! The second episode of Marvel's Secret Invasion left us on the edge of our seats as Fury and Talos, the main protagonists, actually escaped an explosive end. But unfortunately, that was not the case for Mariah Hill, the character played by Cobie Smulders, who was made famous by How I Met Your Mother. I am Akshat, and welcome to this review of episode 2 of season 1 of Marvel's Secret Invasion. Before we go ahead, spoilers alert, and make sure you smash that sub button for awesome max fun. Okay then, so we are greeted by two flashbacks as soon as the episode begins. The first one is in 1995, which is basically just a recap of Captain Marvel. If you haven't seen that movie, you can check out my review on my channel, and you can obviously see that movie again because it was so enjoyable watching Brie Larson smash the Skrulls, or rather smash the Kree. But that was only after she got to know that the Skrulls were not the evil people they were made out to be. Okay then, so the second flashback is in 1997, and that has been shot entirely newly for this series, and it shows how let me refer to my notes here. That was 2 years later it's set in Brixton, London, and it shows how Gravik, the main bad villain, the big bad of this series, was recruited actually by Fury when the Skrulls started using Earth as a sort of a sanctuary, an asylum seeker planet, so to speak. Okay, and London in the summertime, of course, reminds me of Red Hot Chili Peppers' Emit Remmus. London in the summertime, call me now, use the satellite. And the satellite spiral ties into Saber, the space station of the interplanetary defense that Fury was developing when he was called down for this series. Okay then. Okay, so after Gravik was recruited by Fury in 1997, things has obviously gone awry because Fury promised the Skrulls that he was going to find them a home planet, a new home planet, not Earth. And that was supposed to be done in tandem with Captain Marvel, but unfortunately that hasn't happened, and a lot of these Skrulls have become rebels because of that. You'll have to forgive my slip up with Skulls and Skrulls because there's just one letter difference. I will be talking about how English is a funny language in another video of mine, but leave that aside for the moment. The surrealistic yellow-green opening credits have the White House in them too, and the White House has obviously been called into the series already because the president, played by Dermot Mulroney, always a tongue twister because he was mistaken with some other actor in one Saturday Night Live sketch or something, I don't remember which one. And the besties couple of Talos and Fury, they have a tiff about 1 million Skrulls walking the earth because Talos has been inviting Skrulls from all over the galaxy to come and, like I said, seek asylum on Earth. And Maria Hill's character is dead, like I said. Her mother is miffed about it, as she should be. In London, Gravik stages a coup and is installed as Skrull General. Okay, and skipping a little bit ahead, a familiar face shows up at a tribunal, which is Colonel Rhodes, aka War Machine. Now, this is one of the few characters in the MCU who was recast, the most famous being, of course, Edward Norton becoming Incredible Hulk, and then Bruce Banner taking over the role in the subsequent movies. But this one was recast as well, and Don Cheadle has done a great job at it, I think. He pulls no punches in firing Fury from the clandestine operations, but there is no firing Fury without his approval, right? And he says, even when I'm out, I'm in. So this kind of reaches to those kind of iconic catchphrases that might turn around and might pop back in sometime in the later half of the series. Elsewhere, the alleged American who got caught in Moscow's bomb site is tortured by Sonya, a character who we saw before as the head of MI6. Alright, now is this where the entire clandestine spy game thing is going to start to come together? I guess the third episode is going to be out today, Wednesday, and that is why I'm uploading this today so that I can watch episode 3, write my review, and then record it for you. Alright, that rhymed and that was unintentional. Okay, but on the topic of Sonya, the character who plays the head of the MI6, I want to go off on a pop culture tangent and say that Olivia Colman, who plays the character and is an Oscar winner for The Favourite, which was a very dark comedy, she might have a very far long short connection with Bihar, the state in India where I'm from, because she was on a program called Who Do You Think You Are in the UK, and it turned out that maybe one of her ancestors was born in Kishanganj, a place in my native state. That aside, that little bit of trivia aside, she has also appeared in The Night Manager, the Indian version of which we are watching these days. In fact, we just finished binging it, and it's not bad. It's well made, but my qualms with it are that it's a scene by scene, plot point by plot point remake of the original, which starred Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie, of course, being one half of the iconic comedy duo Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry hosts QI, or rather used to host QI, and QI is one of the best Awesome Max quiz shows on the planet, mainly because it digs into interesting trivia that is not really part of quizzing curriculums, so to speak. Speaking of curriculums, I have been watching Community again, and that is always a great watch. So do check out Community as well. Okay, talking about the hero, or rather the villain of the Indian version of The Night Manager, he's played by Anil Kapoor, who is a veteran Indian actor with a strong Hollywood portfolio led by Mission Impossible 4 and Oscar winner Slumdog Millionaire, as well as the series 24. Okay, getting back to Secret Invasion, the rebel Skrulls are DNA collectors. They are splicing DNA, and I think the technology we have is called CRISPR, but obviously they are developing something crispier than that. Okay, so the DNAs that they've got are very interesting. Groot from the Guardians of the Galaxy, Frost Beast from Thor, and Cull Obsidian, one of the children of Thanos, and Extremis, which was developed by Aldrich Killian, the main villain in Iron Man 3, Robert Downey Jr.'s farewell as the standalone Iron Man character. And I guess they are going to be seeing some sort of a splicing of the DNA, because Skrulls are shapeshifters, right? And they are experimenting with matching and mixing these abilities. And in the ad, in the trailer, we have already seen Gravik doing a Groot type thing with his arm and exploding it into tentacles. So I'm guessing that we will see the other things in this series as well, because this is touted as a mini series. So I don't think that it's going to go beyond season 1. It is setting up phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or rather Marvel Kinematic Universe, because cinema comes from kinema, the Greek for movement, moving images. Okay, so that nerd thing aside, Gravik and Gaia, which is of course just a misspelling of Gaia, as we refer to Mother Earth in paganism, they arrive with an extraction team to lift the character, the American who was captured at the Moscow bomb site, out of there. Sonya escapes through the freezer's escape hatch floor, hence the name, escape hatch. And Brogan, the captured American, is killed by his bro, Pagan, for having divulged the Skrull secrets. And turns out, Fury has a Skrull secret, which is a secret Skrull. His wife is a Skrull. Okay, so episode 2 ends on that bombshell, and I'm going to be looking forward to watching episode 3. I might record my reactions as I watch it, and thank you so much. Let's figure out, or let's try and discuss what is going to happen in the rest of the series and how it's going to set up phase 5 of the MCU. Alright, tune in next time for more twists and turns in Marvel Secret Invasion episode 3, as our non-Avenger heroes fight the battle for truth. Okay, I'll have to check my typo over there in my review, which is on StackMe. You can check out my blog over there. I'll leave the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, smash that sub button for Awesome Max fun. Alright,